What's up, Highjak? So, Highjak is an up and coming artist in Kansas City who's making his own lane with catchy melodies and unique flows. Highjak has amassed a great average of monthly listeners, and it is clear that his fan base is extremely consistent. His style is unique, and he does an effective job in attacking his target audience and doing so in the way that pertains to his own style. Welcome, Highjak, to the show. What's up, man?
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you having me for real.
Totally.
Of course. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah. What's up with you guys?
Nothing much. Nothing much. Same old. I can't complain, right? Can't complain right now.
Wait, so I'll ask the first question. You ready?
Okay. Shit.
Do you play keys? I see keys behind you.
I mess around with keys. Like I can play a little bit, but I just use my ear really. I need to learn music theory, to be quite honest.
Oh, dude, no, don't worry about that shit. I play keys. I'll shred that shit, and I have no idea what I'm playing. You can ask Gotti too. I mean, I'll be playing guitar too. I have no idea what I'm playing, but yeah, you can get good. I had this like genius teacher back in the day though. He taught me like inversions of chords, so you can play just anything, but you don't have to know anything.
Like a circle of fifths, right?
Yes, kind of like that type of shit, but like just more triads or whatever.
Yeah.
He had the sauce.
Yeah, you gotta learn that shit.
Yeah. Bro, I could teach you too in like 2 minutes. Like it's so easy to understand. You just practice. It's all just practice. And then you can just play any chord all around the keys. Like it's crazy. But
using the ear and whatever sounds good works, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody's always playing in whatever key, so you just gotta find it real quick and then you can just play all around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the first question, what inspires you to make the genre that you're making right now?
I don't really know, man. Like I can't even like I still don't think I have comfortably like fit into a genre yet. So I mean, like I used to be in an indie alternative band, so I could say that there's a lot more like indie alternative rock influences in what I do, but not necessarily, in this case. I mean, I switched over from that just straight into like hip hop and pop, I would say. Yeah, and so that's just kind of what I've been on recently, and it's just way different in my opinion from what I was doing before. I don't know. Does that kind of answer your question?
That's a great answer. Well, I listened to a bunch of your stuff. That's definitely a great description of what your sound is. It's kind of it fits to me. You fit that genre that is really it's getting popular. The kind of not necessarily punky, but a little more like edgy rap, and that's the new thing. You know what I mean? That's what people are really wanting. And what I noticed, if I pull up Spotify, I got to try and remember what song that was. Hold up. There was one of your songs that I love the ad libs in the background of one of your songs.
Okay. Which
one?
one?
I'm gonna pull it up. I gotta find this now. I think
just okay. Like
you had a good you had like an action response on one of those songs and your ad libs, and you were like also humming underneath. I don't remember which one. But it was nice, and that's what I thought. You were separating yourself right there by doing those style
underneath. I can't remember, bro.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'll do all that shit. Like, so Brigatti, who you guys interviewed last, he's my roommate, and he knows like the format, I go under. I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, all right, one ad lib track, but then the other, different time will be, I'm going to like harmonize these ad libs and we're going to do like a call response thing, like kind of like what you're saying, and like mix this one up a little bit. But yeah, there's always the main format, and then the outrageous format we'll do sometimes, but like we'll just go crazy on the ad libs. Fuck it. Yeah. Okay. Like, you need that,
Sure. That's cool.
Energy.
Yeah.
You and Brigatti just like bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah. For real, we bounce ideas off each other a lot, especially when we're like making a beat together. Like usually the case is he's on the boards and I'll play like any live instrumentation because I come from the band shit. I play all the instruments. And so that's when we're bouncing ideas. He really helps me out too, because I'll have a riff and he'll be like, no, play like this note up here and this note up here, and then go back down. So I'm like, he kind of like leads me through it. He's a great like producer engineer like that. He leads the way, and I'm just at putting some sauce on it.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, we bounce ideas off each other all the time. But now we've been around each other for almost 2 years. So when we get on, if I'm on the mic or we're making a beat where I'm like on guitar, like it's more intuitive now for sure. Like we have been doing it a while with each other to where we know how to work with each other. I mean, basically that's
cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice workflow when, you guys can respectively kind of stay and add your own color to each track and kind of balance each other out. That's a nice workflow to have for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Awesome. So what are some ways that you're trying to attract new average listeners? Are you going to be trying to primarily attack social media for that, or kind of word of mouth and like meeting people, or what's your
So I mean, definitely the internet, like social media, I would say, because I've just been in Kansas City my whole life. I already know a shitload of people here. A lot of them know me for my band, not necessarily my solo stuff. It's hard to be that person that is going for something solo after being in a band that everybody already knows about, because everybody's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, why you're that guy, but so it's easier for me to connect with people outside of the city for that reason, because they don't know I was in a band. They don't know I did any of this shit. So it's easier for them to just latch on to the Highjak thing over my other sounds that I can do, I guess. But like, yeah, that's basically kind of it. I don't know. I always like think I have an answer, and then I'm like, yeah. So what was the question again? I think if I get the question again.
I just asked what are some ways that you're trying to attract new listeners? And
Right. So we were saying online shit. So the online shit, yes. And I'll do like, I'm about to graduate in December for marketing in college and stuff. So I'm working with more like Instagram, Facebook ads just for the fun of it, because we're doing it anyways in school.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been kind of messing with that a little bit, and like ad sets, and just watching YouTube videos like that. But that gets you out to that like kind of cold audience of somebody somewhere else. I'm working for a fan base kind of outside the city than inside the city, because I feel like I have to. It's so much harder to connect with people at this point, for those reasons I was just saying. But
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, definitely online, Instagram. We just got back from an artist retreat in Orlando of all these people I met online, and it ended up being one of the coolest things we could have ever been a part of, man. It was 4 days in Orlando, and we made a shitload of music, and all these people from the internet. Some of the people who had organized it, who have been working with each other for years, hadn't even met each other in person either.
Yeah, that was actually one of my questions. I was going to ask who organized, like how did that get organized to reach out to who,
I can't even remember how I found this page. I think it was through Promoting Sounds. Is a big YouTube channel. They have like 2 million subscribers. They do a great job promoting upcoming music.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys started from Promoting Sounds. Like they were like A&Rs, maybe you could say, for like Promoting Sounds. They made their own thing called Critics Approved. And basically, you could go into their live streams that they do every Thursday or whatever. You can pay $15 for a priority slot to like for them to listen to it and all that. Or you just, I multiple times I would just submit my song for free, and they'd spin it. And so they would really like my music. So I started connecting with them a lot more, and I liked the page a lot. And they're doing a lot for the community too. And then they started this artist retreat thing basically. And, everybody kind of knows them, that they have connections through Promoting Sound. So it gets people really excited. It's like, oh, these guys know Promoting Sounds. That's dope. But then they have their own page too, which Critics Approved has been doing really well. I did a co-release with them on Spotify, me and produced by Brigatti, me and Kamal Malik. Did a song called Barely Lonely, and we co-released it with Critics Approved. So I've worked with them in that way. But yeah, they brought a bunch of smaller artists out with decently bigger artists too, to all work with each other, and they're just doing a lot for the underground community. It's crazy. So that's kind of how it got going.
Yeah, no, that's a cool thing they're doing. Honestly, good way just
Yeah, no, literally, like the best part is you guys should go. Like you can go to it, you guys are producers, right? Right? Don't you guys have your studio and stuff? And see, it's a great way to like connect with people on that business level too. You can have clients who are coming from out of state then if you connect with them really well, because some of these kids are traveling a lot. Now we connected with some guys. We're going to Dallas for a show with some of the dudes we met in September, late September. So, you make great business connections, people you believe in, they'll be like, I want to come to your studio. Like, I'll just fly to Kansas City. You could stay with me. Like, let's make some music, It's like,
yeah, no, that is cool.
Yeah, that's
anybody can sign up. So critics approved, man. Check them out.
Approved. That's awesome. That's actually the first time I've ever heard of something like that. And that's a really smart idea.
Right? It is the first, I've been doing music for 7-8 years, never heard of seen anything like it. And I got to be a part of the first group who did it. It's crazy, man. I feel like a pioneer. We were all talking on like they picked us up from the airport in a van. We were like, bro, we're like the pioneers for this shit. They're like, are we gonna have like a Thanksgiving meal or whatever the fuck that? Yeah, we just had no idea these kids in the van where we're at. Yeah, so like, what's up?
Yeah, really.
It was fun though, dude. It was so much fun. I'd do it a million times over.
Yeah, that's sweet. We'll have to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So in your opinion, that's probably your favorite way to network, like doing things like that where you're actually getting these personal connections with other people around the country?
Yeah, in-person shit. I'm loving the in-person connections too, because like I said earlier, my big focus of mine has had to be online and like promoting online to like kind of gain connections in that way elsewhere to bring me to those personal connections. But when it gets to the personal part, it's way better, man. It's so much more fun. Y'all can just that's when you connect on like a spiritual level. Like, bro, I fuck with this guy. I believe in this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it gets fun.
That's a great energy to be around. Everybody just building each other up.
Yes.
Just all hanging out. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that house is crazy too. Like Gotti was just saying, he's like, tell him about the rooms. Like you'd walk upstairs. It's like what, 3-floor house or something like that. Walk upstairs, every room there's a setup, people recording.
That's cool.
Just grind. You can just walk in and they'll be like, oh, you like this shit? Oh yeah, hop on. Yeah. Like hand you the headphones. You're like, oh shit, I didn't write anything.
That's cool.
Good. Yeah,
so,
man.
Why Orlando? Was that where the guy lived that set it all up or something?
I'm not really sure. I know there were definitely quite a few people who had lived in Orlando or at the retreat, but not anything like too significant.
Yeah.
Like the dudes who set it up are like from Washington. Yeah, there's a dude from Washington State. The dudes who set it up, I think, Virginia. Yeah. So I don't know. The next one's in Tennessee. They just announced it like today, and it's gonna be in Tennessee, November 1st through the 4th. But super nice place, got a pool and all that, and yeah, check it out, man. Just hit them up, DM them, man. They're accepting people to go and stuff. Obviously, it costs like a deposit, but it's not too bad at all.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So when I was looking at your Instagram, I noticed you had a cool style of photography that you were posting. Are you trying to stick with that scheme as for marketing, or are you looking to branch it out?
Yes, I am trying to stick with that scheme, like on my like just main Instagram page, because dude, I had so many Instagram posts before. I just deleted all of them to like start this new brand, so I'm gonna stick with that style. Shouts out to Kelsey Walker, who did help me with, kind of the photography part of it and just kind of finding my image, especially at the beginning. And she helps me with like the white shit you see around the pictures. It's like Insta size, I guess, but she got me on that. So I've been using that now too. But in terms of like the pictures though, I'm trying to make it less me in the pictures and like but I don't want to make it some like animated shit either. So I don't really know how to make that work yet. But yeah, still stick with that style. I mean, it's kind of like more marketing than anything, because basically what I do, the sauce is just this, you know, you get the before post, the main post, and the after post. It's like before post, get them excited. Oh, this is what I was getting excited about, and then feedback, and I feel like that's just a good way to not annoy people online of, hey, this is coming on next day. Hey, this is coming. And then we're like, dude, we know, like I get that shit a lot. I follow a lot of artists and stuff too. So it's just kind of a method I have of getting all the marketing I possibly can out of it organically, but not annoying people online, because I get annoyed online a lot. I need to get off it altogether, but this is shit you have to do as an artist or promoter of anything. You got to be online.
Yeah, the worst thing I could have done was I deleted Instagram, Twitter. I deleted all social media for 6 months. I had a decent following, was getting like decent likes. And I got to get back on social media if I really want to get business for engineering and promote my music, blah, blah, blah. So I get back and I do my first post, and I was down like 200% likes. And I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? I should not have done that. I messed up. So, but it was a learning experience. And now I'm like, all right, I got to stay somewhat consistent, at least show that I'm active. And you know what I mean?
No, that's a solid strategy. I think what you said, Highjak, is that 3-post thing without annoying people. Because I think that's a big part of like artists who are releasing things. They don't have like any promotion. They don't have any presentation for the content that they just made. So like, you're not going to get the views and the streams that you want. But I think that's definitely a solid way to go about it.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not even looking at like, I'd say Instagram's like my main thing, by the way, but like, I'm not even looking at posts that much at all anymore. It's all stories too. So I you keep them engaged with the stories, like just you being you doing whatever during the day, you keep them like, hey, I'm still here and alive. But then like the main parts you post on your wall or your feed or whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely something we're trying to utilize for our brand too, is the reels and the stories and like the shorts and stuff.
See, I haven't dove into reels, and that's just kind of like TikTok, and that would be great to have. But like I don't have much content necessarily. I have a lot of music, but no like visual content with the music. So it's like that 3-post thing actually gives me a better way of being able to stock up content too, because I don't have to post a lot of the big things. Like I have, I can have two photos from a photo shoot on both sides, and then just the cover art with the audio for the main. Middle. And so I keep the mains in the middle, so you can like scroll up and down. It all kind of makes sense.
Man, makes sense.
Just put a lot of thought into it, honestly. Like, but it's paying off so far,
Yeah, it definitely is.
I mean, it seems like it. Your Spotify looks good. Numbers are up.
Spotify looks good, but that's a whole other beast, man. Spotify, I've been working with a lot of playlists, that I've just found, kind of met, trusted. Bro, half of them are just ass, man, because, they have great followings and they'll get you streams, and they are real people. I know that for a fact, but I feel like behind the scenes, there's other commands like, hey, if you want to listen to this, go follow them too. But then they'll just unfollow later. Like, bro, I swear to God, like I'll be upfront about it. I use these playlists and it got me a ton of followers on Spotify. And I was like, fuck, I'm finally getting followers. Like, this is crazy, and then now I'm down like 300 followers from what I was, because they just unfollow. Like, oh, they probably say like, oh, unfollow them after this period of time or something. So they like don't notice, but it's like,
that's kind of whack.
It's that like sketchy shit you're automatically diving into as a musician too, trying to promote online, because like playlists and like pages you can get on, it's normal for them to want like, oh, $10 or like $20 to get on this page with the amount of following, or playlist, the amount of like listeners following, whatever. But some of them are real and they're great, but then some of them are just total bullshit. You'd have no idea.
Yeah.
They probably don't even have any idea. It's weird. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, so I've been working the playlist and it's been getting me, you know, new fans. It's fucking dope. Like, I definitely have a lot more new fans than I would have otherwise, you know, without working the playlist thing. But then there's a lot of bullshit that I have to like see through and notice, all right, I'm actually at this level. And so like you'll see like the listeners will start to go down. But then once I release another song, I promote it more. So then it can go up. But then it's kind of your graph's gonna be like this until it is that, you know, in some way, because you got to go to this cold audience who are like, yep, and then nope.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of marketing shit.
I hear you.
Hella time.
But yeah, dude, like I never would have thought in my life I would have this many streams with Highjak. That's for damn sure. So I'm, you know, I'm proud of myself finally at some point with the Highjak stuff, because it's been a long time coming for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely something to be proud of. Yep.
Yeah, be proud of it. All right. So let's see. So what are some goals for the rest of 2021?
Well, I have an album. I have another single that I'm gonna drop. I've been sitting on this song forever. Like, you guys want to hear how long I've been sitting on this song? So remember when she was like huge thing, right? Huge thing. So I recorded this song like a month or two before it became the big thing on TikTok. And like, because I just thought it was a dope ad lib. And that was like what? November, December maybe of 2020. Top Down freestyle. Like, dude, I've had this song forever and I just love this song. Like, I'm listening to it all the time and it hasn't gotten old over that time. Like, since like late November, I think is when we recorded it. I have the timestamp on it too, but I know I'm gonna get some heat for the she shit because it's like so past now. But I'm like, whatever, bro. I'm trying to release this. Plus, I was before that shit, but that's how long ago that we recorded this song, and I've just been sitting on it. I'm like, God, I need to release this as a single, not as a part of a project, because I want it to be something that everybody hears, you know. But then after that, I have this album. I'm going to call it Bored in Hell, I think is going to be the album name. It's a lot of the alternative shit, more kind of projecting vocals. But then on the second half, it's a lot more party stuff and just super fun. So I want to get all this music I've been sitting on out to everybody before the end of the year. It has to happen. And it's going to be hard because I'm going into my last semester of college. You know, and gonna need to graduate. So, but I'll make that happen for sure. But those are definitely the plans. But I mean, we got back from this artist retreat, and me and him have been making crazy songs too. Like, I probably have a whole other project's worth ready now too, if I wanted to. You know, so definitely the album, definitely the single, definitely the album, and then after that, a shitload more, bro. I'm getting a lot of music together, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it too, man. Looking forward to that.
What about you guys? Like, what are your guys' plans for the rest of the year? I mean, I had just been brought to your guys' attention from my roommate, Brigatti, and I looked up your guys' stuff. Your shit looks awesome, and you're doing great things for the community. Like, what are your plans coming up? You know, like, where do you guys see taking this before the end of the year? Like, what's your goals?
I think after years and years of making songs, not releasing anything, okay, releasing a couple things. There's a couple things on my SoundCloud, but I have about 3 songs done, and I'm trying to just focus and get some more songs done and release my first project. And I get something out finally, because for the longest time I struggled with I'm not really, man, I don't know if I want to release this, you know how that goes. So I got in that. And so finally, I feel like I'm finding a groove and finding a workflow that's really working well for me. So I'm just trying to get something out, and just, I guess, work with more artists, get my name out there. So, yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. I think, so, I mean, in terms of our brand, Modern Wave, I think we were just talking about getting a kind of a setup to interview in person. So
that would be sick.
Yeah, get some chairs together, get some like banners or something with our logos on it, get some mics set up just so we can have like a genuine in-person conversation.
Right.
I think that'll feel just a little bit better and look better on when we posted them and shit. So
yeah.
And yeah, same thing as Evan. I'm just working on my own projects and releasing stuff as much as possible.
Oh.
But yeah, definitely. I think I see this brand thing just expanding our brand and getting more clients for mixing and mastering and shit like that, recording.
Right. Oh yeah, and you know, like, dude, that battle with, you know, getting equipment, or like you guys, what, you'll